Talk.
Yeah, so now that,
Go ahead.
so you know how we had what's the guy name who died of cancer? Whatever he
Ooh.
died of. The
Ooh.
one who was talking about the women. He was telling the women.
Oh, Kevin Samuels.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Well, what the woman version of him?
Right. You think that's me? No, I thought you said I was like the lady.
Yes. No, you definitely like,
But yeah,
those
I understand what you're
conversations
saying.
need to be had.
They do.
For the women.
They do. So as a man, what is
speaking to the man?
Speaking to the man.
Speaking to the
right.
man, yeah, because a lot of his conversation was geared towards why women can't get a high quality man.
Okay, so this would be like the reverse, kind of like
what it takes for us.
What it takes for a man
to get a high
right,
quality
that's good.
woman.
Yeah.
Because I want a high quality woman.
Right. So let me tell you, and this is what I tell men when they talk about that. So anything that you desire, that's whatever label you like to put on it, is semantics. But high quality, high value, expensive, rare, whatever makes you feel good, right? There comes just like getting an associate's degree or getting a JD. It's different, right? It requires a different level of who you are. It requires a different level of studying. It requires a different level of comprehension. The care and maintenance on something, I'll use a car for men, the care and maintenance on a Kia is very different than the care and maintenance on a Lamborghini Urus, right? So if you desire a Urus, if you desire a JD, and I'm using this as a high quality woman, a woman of substance, a goddess, whatever feels good, whatever resonates with you, you have to be ready to handle that. Because my truth is, Julius, when I have come across guys, I've had men say to me, I have always wanted somebody like you. Like, you're extraordinary, you're rare, you're dope, and I know that I am. But they were like, but I don't know what to do with you. Because if you're used to dealing, I'm just saying, if you're used to dealing with Kias, you don't know how to maintain a Lamborghini, or, right? What you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, like, you can't say you want a goddess and you're not a god. I mean,
Yes.
you want to get someone on the same frequency.
Yes.
And everything is about vibration and frequency. It's a frequency match.
Right.
That really lasts long.
And then, so for the men, because, of course, the question would be, well, how do I get on that level where I'm vibrating in my kingdom, where I'm vibrating in my God self? So you can answer that, and I'll answer it too. I want to know what you think, and then I'll say what I think from a female perspective.
Well, like we said earlier, once you become more emotionally evolved,
okay,
and you have been healing, doing the work, healing yourself.
Yes.
And once you find that place where you feel like you're confident in who you are, because that's what a god and a goddess is.
Yes.
Someone who is truly confident.
Yes.
In knowing exactly who they are.
Yes. No matter their height, right? No matter the amount of money they make. Men, just real quick sidebar, don't forget where you're coming from. Right. I was talking to Julius yesterday, and I was saying, because he came to Reclaiming Your Kingdom, which he loved. We'll get on that too. But I was telling him, I was like, men have to understand that it's a part of the confidence in the God attitude, right? Men have to understand that your value is not limited to how much money you make. Your value should not be predicated upon what you can do for a woman, or what your title is, or what type of degrees you have obtained, right? Because if you think that's all you're worth, then when you lose that, or that changes, then who are you? So when you're operating as a God and as a king, you understand that my value comes from the fact that I'm a creation of God, right? I am created in the image and likeness of God. So that's your value right there. And then everything else, like Julie said, is learning. His story is, I came from one way, I had a certain mindset, I changed my mindset to become better, right? So it's a journey, and so I just wanted to say that really quickly.
No, that's awesome. That's what it is. And like we
confident,
were saying, right?
You're saying being confident
is really, you tapping into your higher self.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And once you tap into your higher self, it's a different responsibility. Like,
yes, that's so good.
The knowledge that you obtain, the more information that you know, it comes with a level of responsibility.
It does. It does. Julius, that is so good.
Yeah, you can't say, "Oh, I know my affirmations work," and then that next thing you turn around and you saying, "Why me?"
Right.
You was just talking about all these affirmations and they working. And
you just said everything works for my good, and then as soon as something happened,
why me?
That's so good.
Yeah, so it's a level to it.
It is. It's an accountability.
But like I was saying about the friends too.
Okay.
It's very important. Now I know men and women that you do want to date as you continue, as you grow.
Right.
But as you grow and you evolve, it's very much important to become friends with a person. That's why they say you always marry your best friend.
That's right.
You gotta get, because it take 2-3 years to really know a person. Because you got to know the ups and downs, and you got to be willing to deal with that.
That's it right there. It's because a relationship is a mirror. Listen, y'all. The only way for you to really get, I'm passionate. The only way for you to really get to know yourself is what? By being with another being. You don't know if you're selfish. You don't know things about you until you are dealing with someone else, right? So when you connect with someone, the person is a mirror. So you're going to see all the things about you that you didn't know. You're going to see triggers that you didn't know happened. You're going to see unhealed things about yourself. Here's the thing. But when you're with another person and y'all are conscious and y'all are a good mate together, right? That doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. But when you see those things in the mirror, if I see something in Julius, right? If I say, well, Julius, wait a minute now, you kind of selfish. It's not for me to judge Julius. It's not for me to talk about him. Oh my God, why are you so selfish? It's for me to say, Julius, okay, I'm noticing that you're a little bit selfish. Let's work on that. And then Julius is like, wow, Jael, I didn't know I was selfish. Thank you for telling me that. And thank you for, right? So we got to feel safe with each other, because you are going to see those things about each other in a relationship. You think you're not?
So we got to get back to becoming friends with people, man. That's very important. And then you can get to grow together.
That's right. Yes.
And have an accountability partner.
That's right.
So I'm gonna hold you accountable for making sure you keep your word.
That's right.
If you that type of person.
I know that's right. If you want a god or a goddess.
Right. And then also too, you come up ways to help that person.
Yeah.
Just say for instance, right? All my friends, they know not to just say, I'm gonna call you back in 2 hours.
Okay.
I say, we're gonna circle back.
That's right.
Because if in 2 hours come and you don't call me, I'm like, why you didn't call me back? Because all my time is important.
Yes, period.
So you can tell your friend and your loved one, communication is something that, we all have to have, like, a good game plan on that. You got to be effectively communicating with your person.
That's right.
And when that person holds you accountable, it helps you work on you.
It does.
You know what I mean? And then, you're gonna get A's every day.
That's right. You're not gonna get an A every day, and that's okay.
You gotta be gentle with yourself.
Yes, that's good.
And so, and that's what I do.
I love it.
I think that, every day we work on how we doing, when you're doing the work, you basically learning how to manage your triggers.
Yes.
So that's the work.
That's the work.
Because you only got to be faced with some work when you're in the face of adversity.
Exactly. Yes. That's when you use the tools in your arsenal.
Right.
You use the tools when it's a war
adversity,
happening.
Right?
Yes.
So, in the face of adversity, learning how to manage your triggers.
Oh, it's so good. Yes.
It's the goal.
And it's a game changer, isn't it?
It's a goal. It's a goal that you work on every day.
Yeah.
And then you grade yourself at the end of the day.
That's right.
How good I did today.
And if you didn't do well today, like you said, be gentle.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. And if you did do well, celebrate.
And then learn to start catching yourself.
Yes.
You know how you
I've become a master at that.
When a person made you feel a certain type of way?
Yes.
And you catch yourself.
Yes.
That person just.
Yes.
Yeah, let me tap into that real quick. Why did that make me feel like that?
Yeah.
And then take a deep breath in.
Yeah, that's right.
And say, okay, I need to work on that.
I gotta work on that.
That person triggered me.
I was about to pop off. I gotta work on.
So connecting with nature is important.
It is. We're out here at the park,
Right.
YG Movement. It's so beautiful out. The garden is over there. Yeah.
It's because you got to get it out. That's
You
another
do.
thing too. It can't be balled up and stuck in you.
No.
And that's another accountability partner. Like when you become friends with a person
Yeah.
and y'all building and y'all got a little chemistry going, the more and more y'all grow as friends,
Yes.
the more and more you can count on this person to hold you accountable,
That's
to
right.
support you, and so you can grow
I
and
love it.
heal.
Yes.
And so you won't be feeling a certain type of way. Like the guys were saying, Shaq and some more people were talking
Mhm.
about how, they don't tell women all their business.
Mm-hmm.
They don't tell women the stuff that they have been through so much. They don't do that because they don't trust them.
Right.
And they got a lot of reason too. I've
Mhm.
been in a situation before where I told this girl all my secrets.
Yeah.
And she told people my secrets.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt bad about it because I was like, damn, you did the ultimate thing you possibly can do.
Right. So what did we talk about with that? So we talked about that. So
Right.
listen, guys, because he was asking me from a woman's perspective and from me, being a life coach and doing what I do and counseling.
'Cause we holding y'all, we cutting on y'all,
Yes,
we want to tell y'all all our
so-
secrets. Cause
Right. And
we
and you
feel-
should be able to do that. So, but here's the thing. This is what I was telling Julius, right? First of all, whatever has happened to you in your life and you are deciding to share that, it's not that person's responsibility. You can't, whatever they do with that information or don't do with it has nothing to do with you. You've released it, right? So whatever happens after that, what did I say? Whatever happens after that, it's not your responsibility.
Right. But now before we said
Right,
you
and then-
give that information
Right.
to that person,
Right.
you have to be confident enough and heal from that place
Yes.
before you tell a person that where you coming from.
Exactly.
Because if she gives
If she
to
gives it to
anyone
somebody else-
it's gonna hurt.
You. But if you're healed from that, then nothing that they can say will hurt you. If it gets out, then it won't hurt you because you've already accepted it.
Exactly.
So, and then here's another thing I told Julie. So if these guys are saying, oh, I told her this. So men, because this is about accountability, right? You chose her. So did you vet her enough? Was she somebody that was responsible? What type of woman did you open up to? What's her soul like? You know what I
Talk
mean?
too much.
You're right. Were you just looking at an ass and titties and now you're opening up to somebody, but they're empty on the inside? So you have to take responsibility for the type of women you choose. If you continue to choose women who you cannot confide in, that's on you. You are the common denominator in that story, right? And then, okay, so then let's say you do choose somebody that's great and that's amazing, who's still a person and that's still human. She has a moment, and maybe she does in her moment say whatever. If you are healed, like we just said, if you have accepted that happened to me, then whatever somebody says to you, you're not affected by it, because it's very unhealthy to allow an experience from a certain type of woman to keep you from attracting or being with the goddess. There's no way. There's no man walking this planet. There's nobody's son that's ever been born who, if he did something to me, is going to keep me from knowing that there's a God out there who will love me beautifully. Why would I do that? Why would I allow a person who I probably wasn't even supposed to be with anyway, because I probably attracted them during a time in my life where I didn't know who I was, keep me from, now I'm whole and I'm healed, and keep me from saying all men are the same? That is absolutely ridiculous. So Shaquille and whoever else is doing that, as a life coach, as a champion for men, my thing would be for you, don't do that. Don't keep yourself from love based on what you've experienced with some other women who, I don't know, right? But don't do that, because there's a woman out there who you can trust, who will love you, but you have to be ready to receive that type of woman.
And heal from
Yes.
whatever you want to expose to her, so she can, because sometimes you have to tell a person some of your history so they can know why you moved and what you elevated from.
Yes.
Like me personally, like I'm from the streets, I'm from the community. I grew up around pimps and prostitution. I grew up around it. So when I'm around a female, I pay for stuff, but I'm also looking for her to pay for stuff too.
Got you.
Because even if she just do it one time, it'll make me feel good.
Got you.
It'll make me seem like she in it for me versus like I'm a trick.
Wow. Oh, wow. Got you.
You see what I'm saying? Because I don't want a woman to think that, I got a trick. He paid for lunch, and I'm kind like that.
Right. Of course.
So, but don't keep being, give back to the man so I can feel like, okay,
Gotcha.
you know, you step up sometimes, you pay for stuff sometimes. That make me
Yes.
feel good, make me feel like I got a woman that got my back versus
Got you.
someone that I can just, anybody can take her out on a date
Yes.
and she gonna be so
I
happy.
got you.
You know, and I can fly her in. I don't want no girl who's like,
Bro, you flew them out.
yeah.
You flew them out, and then everybody flew them out.
Yeah.
Got you.
So yeah,
that's something you communicate to
right.
women.
So I tell women, look, that's where I'm from, and
Right.
that's kind of like some of the things that I'm dealing with, I'm growing from.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
beautiful.
that's an experience.
Right, and that's your truth.
Yeah, I
And-
grew up, all my partners were saying, purse first, ass last.
Wow.
Like,
I've
if
never
she
heard
ain't-
that in my life.
Right, if she ain't checking in with no money, like this what
Wow.
this how I grew up. This how I
That's
grew
so
up.
interesting.
A woman to give any nigga any brother, or king or God,
Okay.
any nigga dude the pussy,
Mm-hmm.
but she only gonna give one dude that money.
Wow. Wow.
That's how I grew
So that's
up.
how you were programmed.
That's how she'll get a pussy.
Mm.
You know, she'll get a sex away to any
Wow.
man, but she only gonna give one man that money.
Wow.
You know.
So how have you been deprogramming yourself from certain things
Well,
that were
I-
taught to you by the big homies that were incorrect?
Well, you know, some of it is real.
Okay. I guess right. I guess depending on who you're dealing with.
Right. So in the women that
If
who
you're
I was
dealing
dealing with,
right.
the street women,
Got you.
you know, that I was dealing with, and the so-called, you know, even some of the conscious women, you know, they want to do with some money.
Yes.
Who
yeah.
don't want to do
Who
with some
doesn't?
money? But you know, like I was saying, don't be the woman that always got your hand out.
That's
too.
right.
Be a
Because
conscious
what are
woman.
you sowing into him? Even if it's not monetary, right? Are you a safe space for him? Are you speaking into his soul? Like, it can't just, it has to be reciprocal, right?
has to
It
be.
can't just be one person always giving, pouring, and you're not doing anything. That's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, it's a balance. It has to be a balance.
Yes, it does. It's called reciprocity.
But I kind of grew from that, and like you said,
Mhm.
attracting the different kind of women,
That's
the more
right.
elevated women who
Yes.
understand that. Let me step up. Let me step up and show him that I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me surprise him with something.
Right.
And these friends,
Got you.
because you know my thing is like I said, you know, becoming a person's friend.
It's vital.
Yeah. So when you know in these friendships, it's very important to kind of like choose a person to go to the next level who financially understand that it's a balance in that too.
It is.
You know, because you don't want to get with someone because you got the money at the time
Mm-hmm.
and you've been doing all this stuff for her, and then when your money get low, she feel like, okay, you're not doing the things you used to do anymore.
Right.
So what other value you can bring?
Yeah, exactly.
So now he's stuck because he can't bring no other value.
Right.
And now here come the whole confusion about
Yeah.
you tripping because you acting different. Now I'm acting different.
Right.
So you want to come in it with a balance.
Yes.
And I started up front. Like, look, I pay for songs sometime,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna need you to pay for songs sometime.
Got you. Yeah, and then listen, man. Every man is different, right? So, and that's there's nothing wrong with that,
Right.
okay? I think this is the thing. Like, you have to know the person that you're with.
Exactly.
That's the thing, because like, so I was raised by my father, and my father is a provider. He takes care of everything, always has, still does to this day, right? So I don't know anything other than that. I don't know what it's like, thank God, to not be with a man that's a provider. Hear what I'm saying though. In that same token, I understood, because I was raised by a God and a goddess. I understand, because I am favored, right? And the favor and anointing that's on my life, because I have a womb and because I know who I am, when I come into a man's life, he's only going to increase. I know that, right? So I'm able to, so I have dated guys in the past when that's where I was in my life, who didn't have everything together at the time. But again, and this is predicated upon the seasons in your life, because the season I'm in my life now, I'm not there anymore. I've done that. But let me take you back. So when I was in that season in my life and I dated somebody who was building, I'm building with him, right? Because I understood where he was. And listen to me, I'm not talking about a man who's just talking about all this. He has the potential, but he's moving towards it. He's moving towards the goals. I can see him working. I can see him getting the website done. Right? Because anybody can talk and tell you anything. This is for men and women. But when you see somebody and you can see that they may not have everything right now, but they are doing what it takes to get it, you support him and you get behind him, and y'all work on that together. So, I mean, this is a great start to our, I don't know what this is called, our podcast or whatever, talks with Jael and Julius. I don't know. But yeah, I hope y'all got something out of this. And if you have any questions, DM me, DM Julius. And we want to continue this. Julius has a cafe. We can do this one night at the cafe, have an open forum and talk about relationships and building and how to really love each other.
And becoming friends first. You want to be friends with a person.
Yeah.
Get back to some good friendship.
That's right. So important. All right, we love y'all. Until next time, peace and grace.